información. CPS Noticias.
It's Monday night, and it's time for CPS News with Brent and Jessy. News that speaks your language.
Can you believe we are already halfway through April and low season's almost upon us? But you've tuned into the right place. It is CPS News, the news that speaks your language, and it's Monday, April 15th, and we're here as always to deliver you the news in English for the next half hour. And guess who's over here beside me? Jessy Ruiz, my favorite co-anchor. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Brent, and I hope you're doing well too.
Yeah.
And I hope you are doing awesome as well. Today's April 15th. Today it was Art Day, so I hope you did some art today. And guess what? We have a lot of information for you in your language. And we also would like for you to comment on the information that we are providing for you. Let me know if it's good, if you like it, and you can do that right here below the comments. And what about now? Should we get started?
I think we should get started. We're ready for some news. Enough chit chat. Let's hear the headlines.
Tonight, CPS Evening News includes a lineup of informative stories from politics to entertainment that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned for Brent's live interview with Jamie Alexander and learn all about the We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards. Puerto Vallarta residents rally in support of Gabby's restaurant amidst legal battle over music. The director of tourism in Bahía de Banderas is replaced amidst leadership transition. Sofia Zavala Macedo takes the helm. Puerto Vallarta eyes an agreement with New York City with showcases in Times Square to strengthen ties coming soon. Stay tuned and stay informed with these stories and more on CPS News with Jessy and Brent.
All right, so in our first story tonight, construction started on Puerto Vallarta's new municipal cemetery in El Zancudo just over a week ago with a substantial investment of 104 million pesos from the city council. This initiative is prompted by the critical shortage of burial space in existing cemeteries since last year. The project was awarded to Desarrollos Habitacionales y Urbanización SADCB for close to 20 million pesos. CPS News conducted an on-site visit witnessing the groundwork being laid and the municipal government's efforts to inform the public through banners about the forthcoming cemetery. The municipality is considering provisions for accommodating up to 4,000 coffins, subject to approval from the state commissions for the protection of sanitary risks of Jalisco. Additionally, plans include the incorporation of a municipal crematorium estimated to cost between 800,000 to over 1 million pesos with a capacity for about 17,000 urns. The municipal government purchased the land for 83 million pesos last year, triggering discussions regarding the increase in its value. Despite initial offers hovering around 62 million pesos, the final price escalated due to the appreciating property market. With information from Carolina Gomez, now how about a stinky story? Sure, we all love those, right? Well, one of our local beaches is a little smelly right now. Find out which one and why.
Las Glorias Beach faces a dire situation with its public restrooms closed now for 4 years, leading to a pervasive smell of urine. Street vendors, tourists, and locals plead for their reopening, especially since the nearest facilities are a 20-minute walk away. Despite efforts from vendors like Rosa Isela Casada and Zabas Cuevas, including proposals to maintain cleanliness if adjacent hotel bathrooms are accessible, there's been no resolution from authorities. The unsanitary conditions not only affect vendors, but also deter tourists who resort to relieving themselves at the beach access point, worsening the situation. This issue requires urgent attention to restore the beach's reputation and ensure the well-being of its visitors and vendors. With information from Carolina Gomez, Susan McKenna, CPS News.
Residents and visitors plead for prompt action from authorities to reopen restrooms and restore the charm of Las Glorias Beach. And when they do, we'll be sure to let you know. In less stinky news, if political stories are less stinky, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador inspected the La Cruz to Iztapa bypass in Bahía de Banderas. Along with a convoy from Nayarit Attorney General's office and the Ministry of Mobility, he visited the site of the mega bridge connecting Bahía de Banderas with Puerto Vallarta. Cameras and equipment for promotional videos were spotted, indicating preparations for filming the project at completion. Despite a lack of public agenda and press access due to electoral restrictions, López Obrador plans to inspect other project segments before heading to Sinaloa. This visit, conducted discreetly without local government officials, follows his earlier attempt to attend the inauguration of another highway section. Thanks to Israel Torres for this information for CPS News. Now let's talk about one of our sponsors. Of course, it's Hospital Hoya. Are you prioritizing your health and well-being? Seize the opportunity to safeguard your wellness at Hospital Hoya, where a comprehensive range of services awaits, like a thorough medical checkup, advanced laboratory and imaging facilities, expert consultations with specialized physicians, around-the-clock emergency care, and of course, state-of-the-art intensive care and pediatric units alongside various other amenities. For further details or to schedule an appointment, reach out to them today, 322-266-1010 or 322-226-8181. Stay updated on promotions and exclusive offers by following their social media profiles. Remember, your health and that of your loved ones is paramount. Hoya Hospital, your trusted partner in health. Okay, so you knew this story had to be coming up, and not just because it was in our headlines. It's all over social media right now. It's the Gabby's versus Music foreign neighbor saga. Easy for me to say. So it's Gabby's Music versus the foreign neighbors, and here is Laura with all the details of this very polarizing story.
Eso es lo que saco con conclusión inicial y obviamente.
Residents of Puerto Vallarta rallied in solidarity at Gabby's restaurant amidst a legal challenge over playing Mexican music. Interim Mayor Francisco Jose Martinez Gil stressed the significance of adhering to the anti-noise law within commercial establishments, emphasizing its universal application. He pledged ongoing engagement with the downtown residents and businesses to raise awareness about the law. Chef Julio Castillon, owner of Gabby's restaurant, faced legal action over disturbances from neighboring retirees. In response, the local community gathered to support the restaurant, highlighting the importance of Mexican music to the region's cultural identity. However, despite the community's support, the mayor reiterated the importance of compliance with anti-noise regulations. With information from Carolina Gomez, Laura Lane, CPS News.
Well, as the community stands in support of Gabby's restaurant, our temporary mayor emphasizes the importance of upholding anti-noise regulations. Stay tuned for more on this story and our thoughts. Now here's Susan with the leadership overhaul in Bahía de Banderas for their position of tourism director.
Jorge Garcia Orozco has been replaced as the director of tourism in Bahía de Banderas, signaling a shift in the administration's plans under interim president Lía Castro Díaz de León. Garcia Orozco's removal follows a 2-year tenure marred by reported irregularities within the department, prompting a loss of confidence from the interim leadership. Taking over his position is Sofia Zavala Macedo, a seasoned entrepreneur with a background in tourism business administration. Zavala Macedo's appointment was marked by a presentation meeting led by interim President Castro Díaz de León, emphasizing her bilingual education and extensive experience in real estate and hospitality. This change reflects a broader trend, with 13 directors removed from the previous administration of Mirtha Villalbazo. Notably, the Director of Municipal Development and Welfare, Perla Alceran Ortega, has been replaced. With information from Israel Torres, Susan McKenna, CPS News.
Okay, of course we have to do it, and it's time for a little commentary between Jessy and I. So this Gabby's restaurant situation, everybody's got thoughts about it. I know the community's in support of it, but my thought is this, this has happened with a lot of restaurants and bars in the area, and we hear about it a lot. And so for me, I'm always about what are all the facts? What's the whole story? What do you think?
I feel the same way. We need to know both sides of the coin, to make a decision on who's right, but really it just comes down to the rules, so that's pretty much what the temporary mayor said. So that's that. We'll see what happens with that. We'll keep you informed, that's for sure.
Well, beyond that, this is what I have to say. So if you're listening out there and you happen to be those neighbors or you know who the neighbors are, of course we'll keep it completely anonymous. But I would love to hear, and Jessy would love to hear their side of the story. We could do an anonymous interview. We would like to hear your side of it because all we're really hearing is Gabby. So let's hear both sides, make our decisions, and go from there. But for now, it's time we move on to the next piece of our newscast tonight.
Yep, let's go on a quick commercial break and then we will be back with more. Stay with us.
CPS News. News that speaks your language.
Welcome back to CPS News. Thanks for staying with us. We do have more information for you, but before we get to the information, I want to say thank you, Brent, for that great event. We had an 80s Gen X party, movie party. It was awesome.
It really was. I think it came together really well. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to all the sponsors out there that attended. And of course, it was for a great cause, the Vallarta School for Girls. So
we love them.
Thank you to Francie and everything you do. But now it's time to talk about the Green Party. So what's going on with it? We need to know more. So let's go to the story.
La Presidenta de la República y la próxima gobernadora.
Luis Munguia, the Partido Verde, or Green Party candidate for mayor of Puerto Vallarta, has unveiled a comprehensive mobility plan alongside architect Jorge Chavoya. The plan, spanning 6 years and aiming to secure 100 billion pesos in funding, focuses on critical infrastructure needs. Key proposals include introducing an elevated train system and underpasses at major intersections, improving waste management with the acquisition of 100 garbage trucks, and bolstering security measures with increased security booths and a C5 system. Munguia also plans to negotiate an intermunicipal elevated train linking Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas, similar to Zapopan's Line 3. Other initiatives include the construction of underpasses, completion of avenues, a macro bypass, and enhancing recreational amenities with a nautical staircase and bike lanes. Additionally, Munguia aims to improve public cleaning services with an app for waste collection schedules and waste separation efforts. For public safety, he proposes installing security booths with rotating patrols, establishing a comprehensive C5 center, introducing distress buttons for women's safety, enhancing lighting in recreational areas, and creating academic programs for tourist police officers. With information from Carolina Gomez, Susan McKenna, CPS News.
Luis Munguia's mobility plan promises big changes for Puerto Vallarta's infrastructure and public services. I'm pretty excited to see how this progresses, and if he is elected, we're going to of course update you as we all want to know more. And now Jessy's going to talk a little bit with you about real estate.
All right, Brent. Yes, let's talk a little bit of real estate. Are you looking to acquire your apartment or house in Puerto Vallarta or the Riviera Nayarit? Well, you will want to do it with a reliable estate agent with solid market knowledge and who provides proactive assistance to fulfill and achieve your goals. Please meet Marce Garcia, who together with Domus Vallarta, a leading real estate company, offers you a wide range of investment possibilities with excellent developers. Contact her today at 322-350-0097 or send her an email to the address listed on your screen below. Now we have a special interview with Brent and Jamie Alexander to talk about the We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards. Let's hear it.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Jamie Alexander, who just had an amazing event. He is the director of the We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards. So welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
I heard it was amazing. I know Jessy was there, and I can't wait to find out more about it.
Oh, it was a great event. You know, we started this with the whole idea that we wanted to give people that visit this beautiful city a reason to keep coming and share their experiences. It's exactly what it did.
Awesome. So I know we have questions about it. So first off, I would like to know, how did this all begin?
Well, it sort of began, I worked as the business development manager for PVRPV, the rental agency, and we were reading a lot of commentaries and reviews saying, oh, this was my favorite restaurant, this was my favorite show this year, etc. And we thought, wow, like they want to be heard. They want people to know their great experience about Vallarta, and we want to know about it too.
That's amazing. I love it. And so last night there were some well-known recipients, or actually it was a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
now
a couple
I'm
of
getting
nights
all
ago.
mixed up. Yeah, there were some very well-known recipients and some new up-and-comers. Where did all these nominees, where did they come from?
Well, basically, we sent this out to the PVRPV database. That's how we partnered with them to get all that information out. And then people sent back, oh, we should talk about this person or talk about this restaurant. And then we took all those nominations and then created categories that kind of all fit together on its own.
Nice. So looking back at 2023 and the categories and the winners, what are we going to expect for 2024? What are you going to don't give it all away, but don't give me all your surprises, but what can we look for?
Well, you know, of course, everybody's got their opinions and they've got their favorite places. And so when we spurred this idea, now those more ideas came out, you know, things like, what's my favorite pizza place? Where's the best place to get a cocktail in Bucerias? Or, you know, so there's a lot more new categories that'll be added. But I think we're going to add about, you know, maybe 15 more categories.
Oh, I love it. And hopefully we get some good, some people have some good ideas to share. I definitely do. So when will we know the nominees for 2024?
Well, basically, we're going to kind of do the same format that we did this year. We'll release the nominees in November and then sort of start the voting process into December.
Okay, and the public votes, right?
Oh, yes. All the public will be able to vote as well. We're going to send it out to not only PVRPV's database and list, but any other agencies that want to, as well as a lot of those great Facebook groups shared it, and that's how the word got out and people voted.
Okay, when can we all start voting? That's what we want to know.
Oh, everybody wants to know. Well, the voting is always starting right around Christmas and ends on Three Kings Day, because that's so important here in Mexico. So we always do January 6th as the end of the voting. So let's say about mid to late December, right into January 6th.
Okay, so if I compete with Jessy for Best English Newscaster, can I just have everybody just go vote, 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 vote over and over on their phones?
Absolutely not. So we actually took the time to build this right, and we have it set up in such a way that it only counts one vote per IP address or per one device. So none of this double cheating. And we can tell, the survey tells us if you vote more than once for yourself, my friend.
I don't think I have a chance then. Jessy's going to crush me. All right, so based upon that, hey, how does somebody become a part of your committee?
Well, you know, we do have one extra place if you were interested.
Ooh, so wait, can I still win anything if I'm in a committee?
Well, you can't be on the committee and win, so you'd have to pick the committee over the winning. What do you think?
Right. I think I'm in. No, I think it sounds amazing. I would love to be part of your committee. And honestly, thank you so much for that. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, we were hoping you'd get on board with us.
Thank you. There's your first surprise about the We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards. Okay, now we're going back to Jessy. First of all, thank you so much for coming in, Jamie. You were awesome. And from Jamie, we go to Jessy, who's going to tell you a little bit about how you can learn some more Spanish and help out the community at the same time. So stay tuned.
Well, unlock the door to a world of language through American English Tree's Dynamic Institute, offering both in-person and online classes with an excellent program for seamless learning of Spanish and English. And when you register as a Spanish student, you provide a 100% English scholarship to a child in need. Join in spreading the joy of language and making a positive impact in our community. Reach out to get started at 322-236-5924 or visit them at Plaza Caracol, right behind the bowling alley. Mention CPS News and receive a 10% discount on your lesson plan. Remember, American English Tree. Speak it, understand it, enjoy it.
Thanks, Jesse, and I hope you're doing well, Eddie, and the whole American English Tree team. It was great seeing you at the Gen X event over the weekend as well. So next up, Puerto Vallarta's municipal government seeks collaboration with New York City through upcoming events and discussions with the U.S. Consulate. This sounds pretty exciting, so let's hear more from Rodrigo.
The municipal government of Puerto Vallarta is actively pursuing a twinning agreement with New York City. In preparation, advertising for Puerto Vallarta will be showcased in Times Square on May 5th, coinciding with a parade in the city. Discussions with the New York Consulate have also highlighted the importance of upcoming events like the Battle of Puebla for the Mexican community in the U.S. A meeting is scheduled for May 7th at the New York Consulate to further strengthen ties between the two cities. Additionally, there is interest from cities like McAllen and Florida in exporting Mexican products, with a focus on promoting tourism and boosting the local economy. Plans are also underway for a Sister Cities Park in Puerto Vallarta, which will feature motifs representing each city with a connection to the area. These developments signify an exciting opportunity for cultural exchange and economic collaboration between Puerto Vallarta and its potential sister cities. With information from Carolina Gomez, Rodrigo López de Cerril, CPS News.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo, for that story. So last week we talked a bit about the photos and that we wanted to change them up. I see something different.
I know. Can you guys see this?
Y'all see this?
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're getting pictures already. I love it.
That's an amazing photo. So thank you to Jordan. I'm not going to say his last name yet because I want all of you to submit photos, because when we get the best ones, we're going to award you. Right now, this one's pretty good, but you get an idea of what's going on.
Yes, of course. We're looking for nighttime pictures or like sunset time, around this time. So please send your photos. There's the little
QR code.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that you can send out your photos. I think we're gonna get a lot of really cool ones because we have a lot of stuff to photograph here in Puerto Vallarta, this beautiful paradise.
All right, the standard's been set. You see what's behind us, but now it's time for our favorite segment.
Yes, it is.
It's Laura's Leisure List. So let's go with it. Let's find out what kind of cool events are coming up. So stay tuned.
I'm excited to share some awesome events in Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas coming up this week. Every Sunday, experience the finest music from guest musicians amidst the beautiful, natural, and artistic ambiance at El Centro Cultural Vallartenses, located right next to the Rio Qual. Enjoy the serene setting on Calle Quimichin corner with Calle Naranjo. Immerse yourself in an unforgettable musical journey every Sunday afternoon, and admission is free. Every Saturday throughout the year, there is a free spay and neuter clinic in Zona Romantica for cats and dogs. This happens at the Colina Spay and Neuter Clinic. You can find more details and schedule an appointment on their Facebook page. Attention runners! This coming Sunday, April 21st, 2024, the streets of Puerto Vallarta will buzz with an incredible running event with the Puerto Vallarta Marathon in its 5th edition. The marathon and half marathon start at 5:30 a.m., followed by the 5K and 10K recreational run at 5:45 a.m. Categories are for everyone, from 18-year-olds to seasoned veterans of 60 years and above. And don't miss out on the fantastic prize pool totaling 500,000 pesos. Join in for an unforgettable sporting experience in beautiful Puerto Vallarta on April 21st. Be sure to check out the Puerto Vallarta Kite Festival at La Isla Mall. The second edition of the Papalote Puerto Vallarta 2024 Festival will be held on Saturday, April 20th from 2 p.m. at the Esplanade of the La Isla Shopping Center. This event is a family experience aimed at children from 7 to 15 years of age who wish to explore their creativity by making one of the most traditional Mexican toys by hand, the papalote. Participating children will have all the necessary materials to create their papalote. There will also be a variety of awards, including the most creative, the one who flies the highest, and the one who stays in the air longer, among others. Registration and participation in the second Papalote Festival Puerto Vallarta 2024 is free and can be completed on site. Radiante FM presents an exhilarating celebration dedicated to our little champions. Gear up for a thrilling sandcastle contest or Castillos de Arena. Join us on the sunny shores of Playa del Oro on Saturday, April 27th from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Register your team by sending a message at 322-138-7020 before April 20th to secure your spot. Children aged 6 to 12 are welcome to unleash their imagination and creativity. Gather your squad and compete in teams of up to 3 for a shot at incredible prizes for the top 3 placements. Remember to bring along your friends and family to cheer you on as we unite to craft marvelous sandcastles. Spread the excitement far and wide, and let's ensure this event becomes an everlasting memory. I hope you enjoyed that peek into Puerto Vallarta's fabulous events. Back to you two for more news.
Thanks so much, Laura, for all of these events. I'm ready for the marathon. Me and my family are going to be there, maybe just to cheer up everyone, but we'll be there. So if you see us at one of these events, please say hi. Now, I'm going to talk a bit of tech talk for a change before our final story for tonight. Now, do you frequently rent vacation apartments or Airbnb properties and find yourself facing hefty bills for electricity and water? Did you know that you can effortlessly manage your home lighting, air conditioning, and security remotely without being physically present? With Savvy Control Home, you can make significant long-term savings. Take charge of your home's automation and control it from anywhere you are. Visit them at Carretera Punta de Mita, kilometer 1.5, number 9, in La Cruz de Guanacaxtle. Or reach out to us or to them at 329-114923 for further details. Simplify your life with Savvy Control Home. Now, in our final story tonight, the first presidential debate in Mexico's upcoming June 2nd election was on April 8th. If you missed it, here are some of the details you should know, and of course, lots of mudslinging.
On Sunday, April 8th, the first presidential debate featured Claudia Sheinbaum, Xochitl Gálvez, and Jorge Álvarez Maínez as key contenders for Mexico's upcoming June 2nd election. Sheinbaum, representing Morena, the actual ruling party, accused Gálvez from the pre-PAN-PRD coalition of corrupt practices involving the allegedly illegal Biophone apartment in Mexico City, contested by Gálvez, who criticized Sheinbaum's handling of the Repsamen school collapse in the 2017 earthquake and Line 12 of the subway tragedy. Sheinbaum alleged Gálvez's involvement in property deals and conflicts of interest with the INAI, National Institute for Transparency, Access to Information, and Protection of Personal Data. Sheinbaum avoided discussions on contentious topics like ivermectin against COVID use during her mayoral tenure. When pressed on investigating the president's children, she deferred to the public prosecutor's office. Gálvez labeled Sheinbaum the Ice Lady for perceived indifference. Meanwhile, Álvarez Maínez advocated reforms across health, security, and justice, emphasizing job creation, and proposed an overhaul of victim assistance commissions to aid marginalized communities. The next presidential debate will be on Sunday, April 28, and we will have all the information about that one here on CPS News.
Okay, Jesse, I feel like something was missing from our newscast tonight, and I bet you know what it was. We did not have a story about Mirtha Villavaso.
The Mirtha saga. It does continue, though. It does continue. Stay tuned.
We'll have more stuff for you, and it might involve an arrest warrant. I don't know. But hey, tell our viewers how they can get in touch with us and what's going on for the rest of this cast.
You know how to get in touch with us. You can just comment right below this video if you're watching us on YouTube. And you know what? If you're not watching us on YouTube, you're watching on TV, just look for us on YouTube, CPS News, Puerto Vallarta, and our faces will pop right up and you can make whatever comment you would like. Thanks so much for all of you that have already commented. We love reading, the information that you provide for us.
Absolutely. So that's the end of the show. Sorry to say, but thanks so much for tuning in. Tune in again next week for CPS News, the news that speaks your language, and we'll be bringing more interesting stories to you, including that Mirtha story. So have a great night, y'all.
Have a good night.
CPS News. News that